Hi, welcome to the Sand Project.
Yeah.
So Kate, tell me, if you had to explain to someone what the Sand Project is, how would you say it in a nutshell?
So I would describe the Sand Project as a very different type of learning provision. We take young people with moderate learning difficulties and we listen to their aspirations and their interests, and we create completely personalised pathways with a view to transitioning them into paid employment or developing their own enterprise. So tell me about your other interests.
Well, I really like helping look after children. Yesterday I helped the childminder round the corner from me.
Okay.
And she had 4 little ones and we went to the woods. I got covered in mud, but it was really fun.
Obviously you can still make the cookies and we can still launch that business. Would you like to do a childcare course in-house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like a little bit of writing, creative writing, book writing, script writing, mainly just stories, yeah.
For you, I've been thinking we could do a creative writing course. We could do a food related course for your keto balls, or I know you've talked about doing GCSE English. Which one of these do you think you'd like to go for next term?
If I can only go for one, I'd probably go for the GCSEs or the creative writing, one of the two.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll look into creative writing or GCSE English. When you first started here, there was something that you said you loved and you really wanted.
Photography.
Okay, so these are the 3 things we're going to be looking at. You've got your cookie dough, you've got your smoothies, and you've got your photography. And what I'd like to do next half term is pick a course that supports you in one of those pathways. So if you could pick your favourite out of those 3, what would it be?
Photography.
Because you helped make the sign for the sand.
Old place.
Yeah.
That's made of the old kitchen worktop. Then I use a jigsaw to cut it out.
What have you been doing?
Storytelling using an application called AI Dungeon, as you get to create your own stories.
So you've now got this interest in telling stories in gaming.
Yeah.
I have found a video game creation course, just to give you a taste of what that would be like. So shall we look at getting you onto a course in a few weeks?
That's right.
What started this? Why did we set it up?
So I think at the beginning I was just so frustrated as a teacher in a special needs school, and the most frustrating thing was when these guys were leaving college, they really had nowhere to go and nothing to aspire to. So I think in my head I was thinking education needs to change so that what we're teaching young people is easily transferable into a workplace, and to basically improve the stats for young people.
Because I graduated from uni in 2019, so I spent a long time just sort of not really having any employment or anything and in need of support, and so it was nice sort of coming here for support, to see Kate, to have discussions about what I could do, to have that creative space where I could just bring my laptop and do some writing and trying to find what I want to do and all that, to then landing a job here to be a writer in residence is amazing.
I was actually recommended here by various sources, basically it carried on from there, and I introduced a lot of my concepts, ideas, and work and whatever, and basically my path just continued on here over time, basically.
If a parent came to us and said, my son has autism, he really struggles in big colleges because it's so loud and so busy, and I cannot get him out of the house because he just doesn't want to do it. What can we offer that family?
Well, the first thing we do is we ask families to come and see us and talk to us, because it's really important that we are the right place for a young person and the young person is happy to be here. We know that when a person's in the wrong place, chances of success are dramatically reduced. So we invite people to come along, have a look round, And one of my jobs is to listen to the interests and aspirations of the young person and create a personalised pathway for them. So whatever they love doing, my job is to think, how can they earn money from it?
Yes.
What job could they go into?
At Sand, we will help you to build your enterprise, to help you get into the workplace. We will transition you into your personal pathway of how you want to be, where you want to go. We will help you to get your aim.
This is Andrea. She is coming on board with us as our cafe manager. Last year in Lyndhurst Road, it was teeny tiny, and now we have the bay, Sand Bay. It's 5 times the size. And then once we're up and running, it's going to be a space where our trainees, in between their actual training of life skills and cooking skills and all of the other bits, they get opportunities to step into the cafe and support Andrea with her work in the cafe.
And I will need them because we are aiming to get busy, so.
We will be busy.
So I started as an apprentice at the Sand Cafe in 2019, and then after that finished, I became an employee full-time at the Sand Project. Journey's been very long. I've been here for 2.5, nearly 3 years. It's very different. I've been to a college before this and it was nothing like this. This is very much sort of hands-on, less paperwork, more action kind of thing. You're very much thrown into what you love doing as your interest.
The first thing we do is we create a personalised pathway. That's my job. I take a look at that young person. What do you love doing? What are you good at? Let's create a training program. From there, I will pass over to Marita. Marita will do the day-to-day training. We'll find the right accreditation. We'll find all the right resources. So that training program is in place.
My objective is to get their cooking skills up in terms of their life skills. So can they feed themselves? Can they cook meals? We work through all of their basic skills right up to being able to plan production lines and cook batch production, which is where the frozen ready meal comes in.
Throughout all of this, our young person is promoted positively, not only on social media, but through our corporate lead, who, through her mentor community of over 40 businesses, shares the good work of each of our trainees and asks for help for if that young person needs to be supported in certain industries.
I think for me it's the fact that every trainee is an individual, and because we're able to work with them like that, we can create the pathway into employment or self-employment that works for that young person. So rather than going to a college where you choose a course and that's the course you do for 2 years or more, and you have to follow a very structured program, what we do at Sand is we get to know each trainee, we get to know their individual skills, their passions, what really drives them, what really interests them.
When our young person has gone through a process of work-related training and experiences, Becky will then find a suitable placement for our young person in a business. The idea is that our young person is supported in a place of work up until the point where they reach independence. Our job as well is to create enterprises that can potentially house their talents and they become in-house employees.
Yes.
So a really good example, and one that we're particularly proud of, is our frozen ready meals.
So the whole process from buying the ingredients to coming up with a finished product with labels and we tested different packaging, all the way through from start to finish, we created a product which we then sold through the cafe. So our trainees were involved in that from the very beginning of it all the way through to actually selling it to customers and taking money and putting it in the till.
Yeah. And we have writers and artists, and our job is to figure out how to take these to market.
Unlike any other place I've ever worked, it's completely unique. I really enjoy supporting the students. Obviously I enjoy being an artist in residence, but I have an interest in special needs as well, because I have a daughter and a niece who have special needs. If you're someone who's been looking at college places and you have special needs and you haven't found the right fit, Sand would probably be the place that you could come and whatever pathway you want to follow, Sand would do their utmost to make that pathway available to you. The sixth form runs slightly differently. So for our 16 to 18-year-olds, we acknowledge that they're not even ready in some instances to think about the workplace. So for us, the first port of call is building confidence, getting them into the routine of coming to college, because for some of our guys, they haven't even been to school for many years. They might be homeschooled or they just have not wanted to go.
Found school overwhelming.
Yeah. So the first step is making them feel comfortable and building friendships, building trust, and just trying lots of really fun things and embedding the learning underneath that.
Turning up every day.
Now this is Ryan.
Hi.
Ryan is one of our new sixth form cohorts. We've got a very small group and we have the pleasure of Ryan 3 days a week, don't we?
Yes, but also there's another song. I can't remember. Oh my god, it has the same bass line.
And we are now based at the small cafe because we've got the big restaurant in town where all our post-19s are. So Ryan, how's your first week been?
First term is just getting into a routine.
It is. As we said before, if you're interested in joining the Sand Project, send us an email, arrange a visit. We accept people from 16 to 25 with an EHCP. We look forward to seeing you at the Sand Project.